Kamaljeet, what really happened there and what is the NIA stance on this entire issue now? What next?
You know what, the NIA is not really in the picture. Now there is a Punjab Police crack team led by Gaurav Yadav, who's the DGP. We now know that Rajendra Dhoke, who's heading the counter-intelligence, including Amit Prasad. So there is a team of SSP, the DIG, even the CP Jalandhar, who've been part of this. Now there was a program put in place, and obviously these are operational details, and even though a chase was ensued where Amritpal was driving at a 90 km/h, he's actually knocked down a couple of motorcyclists, but police had to be very careful, and that they said that they can't run over people as criminals can, and that is why they were careful. What Punjab Police also did was they carried a videographer as well as a Granthi to ensure that their operation was in plan, that they were not caught by surprise. However, they did manage to arrest several of his aides, at least 7 of them from Mehedpur. But meanwhile, Amritpal got lost somewhere in Shahkot. Remember, his driver as well as uncle Harijit, that is where they were actually caught from. But even as there's a swoop down of Punjab Police in neighbouring districts, the internet restrictions in quite some areas have been lifted. Meanwhile, the operation continues. Now, what has come in light is obviously the scathing statement coming in from Punjab and Haryana High Court. Now, we've been speaking to our police sources, and then they say at an operational level, you know, things can go any which way. And this is where they will continue with their endeavour to ensure that Amritpal will be behind bars very soon. There would be NSA slapped on him. But meanwhile, a decision has been taken that at least those who've been slapped with NSA will be taken away to Dibrugarh in Assam. So a detailed program has actually been brought not just on pen and paper but also implemented on ground. But the situation has been such that he did manage to give a slip. There are a lot of question marks coming in even from the opposition parties. But let's face it, that ground situation at times may not just be favourable. There have been people around, and that is where the operational part of it itself seems to be a bit, and a lot of people also saying that preemptive measure could have been taken place rather than giving Amritpal such a long rope. So there has been a lot of public perception, and keeping in mind the sensitivities, that is where a clamp down, the internet was shut down, a whole lot of measures were taken in place, but obviously they still don't have that man, Amritpal Singh, the pro-Khalistan ideologue, and this is where things as of now. Eventually there have been 6 FIRs against him, and once this case goes to NIA at any point of time, but for that there has to be the arrest first, and perhaps then the agencies can come in. Now, NIA has been aligning in other ways because they have a gangster terror network cases which are ongoing. But meanwhile, we've been told, as far as the NIA officers are themselves concerned, that they are not a part of this particular operation as such.
Thanks, Kamaljeet, for that detailed report right there.